A lot of men think acne is all random. It's not. You see, on your face, you have 6 different zones that produce acne for different reasons. So today, I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do on each of those zones to finally have clear skin once and for all. Let's start with zone number 1. This is your hairline. Hairline acne usually looks like red inflamed bumps with like white heads on it. It primarily comes from using the wrong hair products, which means this is the easiest one to fix. If you have acne in this area, all you have to do is to stop using the hair products that primarily have the acne-causing ingredients. First, I want you to grab the shampoo, conditioner, and hair styling products that you use on the regular. Then, look at the back of the ingredient list. If you want to make it even easier, find the product online, use Control F on your computer, and then you can search the ingredients to know if the product even has it. Now, the products you want to avoid are these 8 that you see on screen here, which means that if you see any of your hair products contain any of these 8 ingredients in them, you're going to want to replace them immediately. On top of that, I want you to give that hairline area extra attention when you wash your face. To do that, the best type of face wash will always have a salicylic acid. The one that I use is from Geology. It's the one that I've been using for 6 years, but you can use whatever you find as long as it has a salicylic acid. Now at this point, you're on track clearing the top zone of your face from acne, but there are still 5 other zones that produce different types of acne that you still need to get under control. So, if you have acne in any other of these regions on your face, I need you to keep watching because I will give you the solution to finally have clear skin. Zone number 2, it's your forehead and your nose. For the type of acne that occurs in this region, which is usually small raised red bumps, according to studies, it is a result of trapped sweat. So, the quickest way to remove acne in this area and open up your pores is to remove the trapped sweat. And this is how you're gonna do it. The easiest way to do this is with what I call a facial steam bath. If you have a sauna in your gym or somewhere locally, that's the best route to take. But for most, you don't have that. So if you don't have access to one, you can make one for free at home. To do that, you're going to want to boil a pot of water. Then you're going to place your face over the bowl with a towel over your head to trap the steam and force that steam onto your face. The steam is going to open up your pores, which is going to allow the trapped sweat to be released and impede from this type of acne to occur. And while the facial steam bath is free and effective, it ain't going to complete the job. To finish it off, once you're done with your facial steam bath, you're going to go into the bathroom and then you're going to have to wash your face. Make sure you get all that sweat so it doesn't get re-trapped. And the only way to do that is with a face wash that has been scientifically proven to cut through sweat and oil. And that is a face wash with salicylic acid. Again, you can use any face wash as long as it has salicylic acid. The one that I use and I always recommend is Geology. I've been using them for like 5 years now. It is my go-to because it's sensitive on the skin, but it's strong enough to cut through all that oil to make sure it never comes back. And you can even see it in my videos. I rarely deal with acne or little bumps in this zone because of salicylic acid. Again, once you start using that type of acid, bro, you're just gonna look amazing. Zone 3 is your eyebrow area. As you see, eyebrow area acne usually looks like large red bumps that are sensitive to the touch, which means it's typically ingrown hairs that are incorrectly plucked and grow into themselves. So, I'm gonna show you how to remove the hairs in between your eyebrows correctly to prevent ingrown hairs from ever happening. To start, grab a pair of tweezers and make sure they're disinfected with either rubbing alcohol or dipping them into boiling water. This is to prevent ingrown hairs. Step 2, when you start plucking your eyebrows, look at the grain that your hair grows. So if your hair is growing upwards, I want you to grab the strand and pull upwards. As you can see, my hair grows upwards here and then it starts growing towards the side on the side. So if I were to pull one of these, I'm gonna pull towards the left. When you go with the grain, you increase the chances of plucking the entire hair. Most guys, their mistake is that they'll go against the grain. So for example, these hairs that are going upwards, if I were to pull downwards, I would break the hair in half, which in turn increases the chances of having an ingrown hair. Now, once you've done that, I want you to exfoliate your face with a product that contains 2 ingredients, kaolin and bentonite clay, as both of these will help nourish the skin while also remove dead excess skin, which in turn will prevent those ingrown hairs from occurring. So to do this properly, again, you can find these on your own. The ones that I use are the micro exfoliator from Geology and then the 3-minute clay mask. I like to combine these two in this procedure, And all my ingrown hairs, I mean, I can't remember the last time I had one. And the great thing about these products is that you don't only have to use it in this region. Use it wherever you get ingrown hairs. So if you get ingrown hairs on your body, use it there as well. It's gonna help solve this issue. Zone number 4, it's the cheeks. Cheek acne is the acne that we all know and hate. At least I hated it. It typically looks like medium clusters of red spots, some of which that have white heads that end up causing bad scarring. And usually, it's bacteria that you transferred onto your skin and you left it on there for way too long. So, I'm gonna show you the 3 common ways that you're transferring bacteria onto your skin and then the ingredients you need to combat that bacteria. To start, you have your dirty pillowcases. Now, to avoid this from happening and transferring bacteria without you having to replace your pillowcase every day, you can instead just invest in 4 pillowcases and then just flip the pillow every night and remove a pillowcase a night too. So technically, you only have to replace pillowcases once every 8 days. The next biggest transfer of bacteria is phone screens. So avoid at all costs trying to put a phone up to your face and instead use your headphones or talk on speaker. And finally, you have air pollution that comes from the cars around you, which means that even if you replace your pillowcases, you don't put your phone on your face, you are still at risk at transferring a ton of bacteria and dirt onto this cheek area every time you step outside. Especially if you live in a city. Look, I live in New York City, so every time I step outside, I can feel the dirt in my face, which is why I always invest in cleansing products that contain acidic ingredients, as studies have found acids to be one of the most effective compounds at removing bacteria causing acne. So if you want to do this the cheapest way possible, you can use something like apple cider vinegar. It does contain acidic acid. However, it's going to leave a terrible smell on your face, which is why I recommended earlier buy a facial cleanser that contains salicylic acid. And sure, it's gonna cost you a little bit more than apple cider vinegar, but this is actually formulated for your face. And you already know, I got you the hookup. Look, you can go and look for your own face wash. As long as it has salicylic acid, you're good. I don't want you to have to spend a lot of money. Instead, use the one that I've been using for years. I use it from a brand called Geology for the last 5 years. And it's the reason you rarely see acne on my face. This is how I got it solved. And the best part is, because you're part of the family and I've been working with them for so long, they hook you guys up with a 70% discount, which means you're not gonna find a more affordable facial cleansing system than what you'll find in Geology that's award-winning too. This is the best you'll find in the game at 70% off. That is insane. And now you have to wash your face every morning and night with an acidic ingredient to remove all bacteria that can cause acne in this zone. And you won't end up smelling terrible. If you guys want to check out Geology and any of the products that I showed, they're at 70% off. They're award-winning. It's a no-brainer. If you want to fix your skin, Geology is the way to go. It's going to be linked down below. Now you've started to clear up the acne on your hairline by avoiding the worst ingredient. You've also cleared the acne in your forehead and nose by releasing all that trapped sweat. Your eyebrows by now tweezing properly and exfoliating. And now even cleared up your cheek area by removing any sort of bacteria that could be left. However, there are 2 more areas that you need to sort if you have clear skin, with the last one an area that almost no one teaches you how to solve. Let's move on to zone number 5, your jawline and chin. You see, jawline and chin acne is by far the worst of them all, especially if you don't have a beard to hide it. Not only does it look gross because it's near the area of your mouth, but it can also be quite painful. For this area, it is hormonal balances to be the biggest cause of this type of acne. Now, if you're going through puberty right now, hormonal imbalances are normal. But depending on your habits, you're likely making things worse. So I want you to answer these next few questions as honest as possible. Do you have a body mass index that is above 24? Are you getting less than 8 hours of sleep a night? Are you exercising less than 5 times a week? Are you taking antidepressants or anxiety medication? Do you eat any products made of soy? Are you having more than 200 milligrams of caffeine a day? Do you have a sugary treat every day? And are you consuming whey protein every day? Every single question I just asked you, if you answered honestly, contribute to hormone imbalances in men, which in turn leads to even more acne developing in your jawline and chin area. So, now that you've answered the questions, I want you to rate yourself, almost give yourself a grade. If you answered yes to just 1 or 2 of these, it probably means it's puberty causing your acne because you're not doing anything damaging to yourself. If you answered yes to 3 to 4 of them, then you need to start removing at least 2 of the 4 you answered yes to. And if you answered yes to more than 4 of these questions, then chances are it is these exact habits that are causing your jawline acne. This takes us to zone number 6, your body. The acne on your body usually comes from stress. It is also one of the most common types of acne men have. And at the same time, it's the most difficult one to remove, because this acne, I won't teach you how to remove it with products. Instead, I'm going to teach you how to remove it with a specific breathing exercise. You see, what's interesting about this is that during my deep research on how to remove body acne, I found a paper that compiled over 2,461 research papers just to determine whether direct stress relief had a direct positive impact on acne. And they found that it did if you do it this specific way. To reduce your stress levels in a way that will have a positive impact in your acne, you have to reduce your breathing levels to target your autonomic and central nervous system, which can be done with this 3-step breathing technique. To do this, I want you to sit on the floor, and then in one big breath, I need you to fill in your stomach, followed by your chest, and ultimately fill up your upper throat. Then, as you exhale, I want you to breathe out from your throat, then your chest, and then your stomach. To make it easier, you can put your hands on each position as the breath moves through your body. I want you to repeat this every morning as you wake up for 3 minutes. And what you're gonna notice is a dramatic decrease on your stress levels, which consequently will also solve your acne. Boys, if you start implementing everything I just showed you today, you will finally have clear skin, not just on your face, but on your body as well.